among all of the central Wisconsin counties, Portage County appears to be doing things better, specifically in terms of attraction and retention. We are the only county in central Wisconsin that experiences positive net migration numbers, roughly 300 people per year are moving here, in excess of those who are moving out. The first thing that I always say is creativity leads to innovation, and it's innovation that drives economic growth and development. Furthermore, in terms of entrepreneurism, these are excellent sources of maintaining local control as well as wealth creation.
The majority of the students at UWSP leave Stevens Point after they graduate. And for us to continue to house businesses, really large businesses that are reliant on a large applicant pool of young people who are qualified to work at these companies, we need to have kids interested in staying in Stevens Point after they graduate. And to me, the way that you're going to do that is by investing into the community and making Stevens Point a cool place, not just to raise a family, but a cool place to live if you're a 20-something just coming out of college.
Placemaking, is something that I think with my job at Farmshed, we also try really hard to do. We think that, incorporating food and having people meet their farmers and having that be a large part of what creates community. And so I love that we have this symbiotic relationship with Create Portage County in order to bring that to the forefront. And so we do that through different events that they hold, thinking about how we incorporate food and how the food culture here in our community is always highlighted.
So SWEDA has worked with Create Portage County specifically to help get the Idea Center up and running. And the Idea Center is a place that helps entrepreneurs explore their ideas that they're looking to turn into businesses in the future. And that's been a really exciting project for SWEDA to be involved with when we're talking about what kind of technology needs are needed in our community, what kind of projects are IT employers looking to figure out and explore on their own time, and it just creates this fun working environment.
I think, especially thinking about my kiddo, who's going to be 4 this upcoming fall, I'm really excited about him having the opportunity to kind of, check things out that I normally wouldn't necessarily have all the time to set everything up, and he could participate with other kids his age in technology. And then even for me, maybe I'm not able to work on a certain type of emerging technology at work on a day-to-day basis, but with free time during the week or even on the weekends, you can kind of pursue those passion projects, so to speak, and have a designated space that's maybe away from your home and involved with other people who are really interested in things, but you might not normally come in contact with them if it weren't for a public space.
I think we're, again, very lucky that the university is here. That means you've got a number of people, both faculty and students, that are at the forefront of creative endeavors. And I think Create Portage County has been a wonderful site for utilizing those individuals in the community and to celebrate their own work. I really enjoy having Create Portage County here because it allows me to really contribute the ideas that I would like to do locally on an artistic scale into a wider network of people that are already doing that type of work. So it's a great centralized resource for making a lot of these ideas come together in very productive ways. And it would be incredibly hard to do that without a nonprofit looking to support those connections.
Create brings awesome opportunities, fun, family engaging, creative opportunities that I haven't seen in any other town. And I really like that they're bringing that creativeness to Portage County and to central Wisconsin. Great example is that it gets me and my family out. We can be hermits sometimes after the winter, and so getting us out and around in the community, going to the sculpture park, going to Main Street parks, that kind of stuff, doing that gets not only my family out, but gets us networking, talking to our neighbors, that kind of stuff.
I really love the idea of the phantom galleries that Create puts on. At first I was a little unsure of how the secretive nature behind it would do in this town, but I think that they've done a really good job at creating excitement around the events and including artists that are dynamic and different from one another, and people that we may not have heard from or of without Create. Growing up in a bigger town and being so close to Minneapolis, which is a bigger city, I really loved the fact that I had a lot of choices and a lot of different options for things to participate in, whether it be restaurants, culture, music, plays, that kind of thing. The more we have of that, the more it feels like we're not disconnected from the bigger parts of the world.
Create's making Stevens Point a cooler place to live.
Create makes me excited to live here because I know that with my work with Farmshed that we always have an awesome partner to come up with cool things that can happen in this community that will improve people's experience here and also make people excited to live here.
For people who want to stay in central Wisconsin and really find a lot of value, or maybe are starting a younger family and things, but you really want to go out and do things, I think the arts and entertainment side really improve quality of life because it's something to go out and do with your family or other friends and things.
I get excited about Create Portage County in that they're a nonprofit that really doesn't just focus on the arts, which I think is great, but also looks for ways to creatively link the arts with other business communities, which I think is central practice in the 21st century.
Create makes me more excited to live here because I love the fact that they highlight smaller artists, women artists, artists of all different types of ages and makes and sizes, and it's really fun to see who they discover, which in turn help me discover new people as well.
Through their placemaking activities and focusing on creating a culture that inspires entrepreneurs, they're creating a lot of different opportunities that I think will attract people to this area, and that's what we need here. Is we want to attract a highly skilled and creative workforce here because we have a lot of employers that need those skills in this community, specifically in IT.
I really like the idea of making a creative economy and bringing creative people into a community, and so that's what I really like about Create, is that they're investing in that. They're putting their time and effort into bringing those creative individuals into the community, because whenever you get those creative people there, you don't just have one or two, you're not investing in just one or two businesses or one or two people, you're investing in the entire community.
Create makes me excited to be here.